I have done a stickman playing football animation in 10 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. Let's play football. These 10 seconds pass really quickly. I wasn't able to draw more than one frame or even a goal. The ball looks like a baked potato with butter on it. That sure would win a food selfie competition. I was really nervous about animating in 1 minute as we had more time to create something cool and unique. But as this was my first time doing a timed animation and I'm not the best at drawing, I still had my doubts. A huge improvement from the previous animation, with the ball actually moving and the stickman's arms and legs. He still could be drawn better, and I drew the goal the wrong way round. The stickman is actually shooting towards the back of the net. Let's see what we can make in 10 minutes. For our 10-minute animation, I wanted to create an actual soccer field. So I started off by painting the background green and added some white lines around the edges to resemble the field. I then decided to split the field in half, with a white circle in the middle and a line down the center. With only 7 minutes left, I decided it was time to make the goals on either side. This was the first animation I had made today with 2 goals. The goals were poorly drawn triangles with black lines to resemble the net. I then decided to work on the stickman with only 5 minutes left. I worked on the ball first, creating lines that ended up making it look more like a basketball. Some may even say it's a disco ball. But we didn't have enough time to fix it. I then copy-pasted some frames and started making the stickman. The original idea was for the stickman to kick the ball in the air, and then as it came down he would do a powerful kick and launch the ball into the goal. With only 2 minutes left, I didn't think this would be possible, but I was still going to try. There was only 20 seconds left and I knew I wouldn't have enough time to finish the animation, so I decided to give myself an extra 5 minutes so we could have a fully complete animation. Is this cheating and should I be disqualified from the challenge? Let me know in the comments. Now that the ball had finally come back down, it was time for the stickman to do a powerful kick into the net. I thought the ball should travel fast to show the speed and power of the kick, delivered by the stickman. I animated the net to show the velocity of the ball as it went into the goal. For the final 40 seconds, I added the head of the stickman to finish the animation. Finally, the ball went into the net with a World Cup worthy shot. However, I think the stickman broke his leg whilst kicking the ball. The idea behind our last and final animation, the 1-hour animation, was to spend a lot of time on the background, creating trees and a nice sky background. The idea was for the stickman to run up to the ball, kick it into the net, and celebrate as the ball rolled off screen. I created the sky and added clouds with shading for the texture. With 55 minutes left in the animation time, I started working on the grass, starting with a light green before using a darker green over the top for the shading effect. With almost 15 minutes of my animation time already gone, it was time to make the goals. I decided to use black for the goals this time. and to create 2 more poles sticking into the floor with rope connecting to the goal to make it look a little 3D. I made the net out of gray lines. First it was going well, some curved and straight lines. But in the end it ended up looking more like spaghetti. With this now done, it was time to start working on the trees. I used a black pen to create the outline of the oak trees we would be creating. I then shaded the trees along the outside and inside to create the texture effect. It was now time to make the leaves for the trees, using green around the edge. I tried to remove the outline afterwards, but I hadn't made it a separate layer, so I couldn't use the eraser, and changing the color changed the entire tree's color, so I just left it as it was. I then copy-pasted the tree to the other side and used a pre-made ball I found on the internet that I would use for animating. Just like my other animations, I animated the net to move as the ball hit it. I shrunk the ball as it got closer to the net to show it getting further away. Ball then rolled off screen. With only 25 minutes left of the animation, it was time to make the stickman kick the ball. I quickly realized I wouldn't have enough time to animate the stickman kicking the ball and then celebrating afterwards, so I had to come up with something else. The idea now was for the stickman to do a cartoon fall where his arms flail all around his body until he eventually falls flat on his back. I extended his legs further to show the impact he had on the ball. When copy-pasting some frames, I realized it made the ball freeze in certain positions as I hadn't removed the ball after copy-pasting the frames I wanted to use, so I had to go back and fix that, which took around 2 minutes of my animation time. Now that the stickman was flat on his back, it was time to show the velocity and speed of the ball by adding some line effects to the ball. And with that, our animation was complete. A definite improvement from our previous animations, but it could still be a lot better. This is no Alan Becker video, to say the least. Looking back at all our animations, you can see the improvement in every single one. But were any of them actually that good and worthy of being called an animation? Let me know in the comments and tell me your favorite one.